So Daniel Ricciardo is not going to be on the F1 grid next year. He's openly said that and has been linked with Mercedes as a reserve. But what's just been revealed does change things, and as a result can be a huge twist in what's already been a crazy silly season. But before we begin, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content, and you can follow me on Twitter at James_Formula1 and there'll be a link in the description. So for me, I still find it weird that Ricciardo won't be on the grid next year. I know he's had a turbulent year and after having his McLaren contract terminated early, wants to get away from things for a bit. But I do feel that a move to Haas, for example, wouldn't have been such a bad idea. I mean, they've got a new title sponsor and will be running closer to the budget cap limit next season. So we could see the team do more upgrades to the car and be in a position where they're able to score regular points, and perhaps the odd podium if they develop their car well enough. So I think Haas could be a good place to be next season, and Haas team boss Gunther Steiner did seem interested in Daniel, but Ricciardo believes giving himself time to reset and come back stronger gives him the best chance of continuing. He was quoted by Racer as saying, "I think the risk is jumping into a C next year, and it's shown here in my time at McLaren that nothing's guaranteed in terms of performance. So if it was, for whatever reason, to be a relatively unsuccessful campaign, I think personally I would probably be done with the sport, so that risk seems way bigger than the risk of sitting out a year. I'm certainly aware an offer for 2024 might not follow, and I'm also at peace with it if that's the case. I'm standing with my decision." Now I do respect Daniel's choice. I just feel that with so many drivers being locked down beyond 2023, I think his chances of returning in 2024 with a team capable of winning races is unlikely. And even though 2022 has been a bad year, I do feel Ricciardo is good enough that he could do well as a main driver in a refreshed environment at a new team next season. But I do understand where Daniel is coming from in taking time off. So as I said earlier, Daniel has been openly linked with Mercedes. I mean, the team are in need of reserve drivers following Nick de Vries's move to AlphaTauri and Stoffel van Dorn heading to Aston Martin as their reserve. And Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff has also previously said that having Daniel in the car would be an advantage, and if you want to find out more, I'll leave a link to a video in the description. But we all know what's been happening at Haas. Over there, Mick Schumacher has been driving to survive essentially, with him out of contract at the end of 2022 and being tipped to lose his seat next year to former F1 driver Nico Hülkenberg. Now Mick has shown flashes of speed this season, with good points finishes in Austria and Silverstone, but he's often finished outside of the points and has had a few shunts as well which hasn't helped him. However, Wolff has previously said that he wouldn't mind bringing Mick to Mercedes, and that could work. After all, Mick's dad and 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher drove for the team, and having a German driver at a German brand could be good for them. Wolff said, "Mick definitely has the potential to sit in a top car, and why not in a Mercedes? You have to give him time." And Schumacher was recently quoted by Automotor and Sport as saying there's a plan B away from Haas. He said, "My plan is to keep going. As a racing driver, you only accept negative news when it's in black and white. Still, it would be foolish not to cover for the worst case scenario. Of course there's a plan B, even if you would like to put it out of your head." So what's plan B? Well, according to Automotor and Sport, Mercedes are actually eyeing up Schumacher as their reserve next year. He would be the first choice at the team should Ricciardo not be available. And that does put pressure on Daniel, given Wolff has openly said that the Australian is in talks with several teams including Red Bull, and Mercedes may not want to wait around and bring Mick to the team if he becomes available. And I think this could be a good option for Mick if Haas get rid of him. This way he'll be able to learn more about driving for a top team, and this will help his experience going forward, especially if he were to make a return with Audi. And he has been linked with this, and I'll leave a link to a video in the description if you want to find out more. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.